The Duke of Sussex warned of a global assault on democracy and freedom as he spoke at the UN General Assembly in New York earlier this month to mark Nelson Mandela International Day. Royal commentator Kristen Meinzer said Harry, who is living in California with Meghan Markle after quitting royal duties, was not subtle at all with his comments. Ms. Meinzer told Newsweek's The Royal Report podcast, "We all know that royals are not supposed to wade into politics, even though just last week on this show we were speaking about how William has been doing that lately. But Harry is doing it and not subtly. This is very overt what he is talking. He is criticizing the US, what the government has been doing, pulling back rights on the people. That is not subtle at all. That is outright criticism of the US government." However, Newsweek's royal correspondent Jack Royston defended the Duke for his speech. Mr. Royston said, "I don't think he ever would have done this if he was a working member of the royal family. However, he is out now and so really the royal convention of him not engaging fully in politics doesn't really apply to Meghan and Harry anymore. They have every right to go and say whatever they like about political issues. Here he has taken on a ruling by the US Supreme Court, so this is about as controversial as it gets, and HES done it at the United Nations." In his speech, Harry warned of the dangers of climate change, the coronavirus pandemic, weaponizing lies and disinformation, the war in Ukraine and abortion laws in the US. He said, "This has been a painful year in a painful decade. We're living through a pandemic that continues to ravage communities in every corner of the globe, climate change wreaking havoc on our planet, with the most vulnerable suffering most of all, the few, weaponizing lies and disinformation at the expense of the many, and from the horrific war in Ukraine to the rolling back of constitutional rights here in the United States. We are witnessing a global assault on democracy and freedom, the cause of Mandela's life." Harry was joined by his wife Meghan for the event on July 18, with the couple holding hands as they arrived at the UN building. They ignored a question from a US reporter about Tom Bower's explosive new royal book. It comes as the Sussexes are living in Montecito after stepping back as working royals in March. Harry and Meghan have previously faced accusations of intervening in American politics after urging people to vote in the presidential election. Meanwhile, the Duchess last month hit out at the move by the US Supreme Court to end constitutional protections for abortion by overturning the landmark Roe v. Wade ruling.